everybody. How are y'all doing? I'm just having a lovely drive through Scotland, and I thought I'd do a vlog as I've got quite a while to my destination. So I am just driving today because I thought I would go see some of the things that I'm writing about in my dissertation and take some pictures possibly to put in there. So I went to Coldingham. So I am in a level 2 area of Scotland. Let me roll this window up. I'm in a level 2 area of Scotland, and where I went was also a level 2. We can't visit level 3 areas because those are higher risk zones. So yeah, enjoy this flattering view of myself and the lovely picturesque scenery that is flying by my window at this time. So I'm just going to do a wee book vlog a la Peter Mon, because I really enjoy his book vlogs, and I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone by just doing this while I'm driving anyway, because I'm not touching the phone or anything like that. So we've got that on hands-free. So I'm just going to talk about what I read through the month of October, which wasn't very much, and what I'm currently trying to read now. The main thing is that I tried to do stuff this week, but unfortunately, because I do have anxiety issues, my nerves got the better of me, and I have chewed off all my fingernail polish and have just basically been in an anxious mood. And to be honest, this is because of the elections. I couldn't sleep last night at all because I'm very worried about America and what's going on there and my family and things like that. So I'm sure some of you will be well aware of that. So October's books. I've read the book club book of the month, which was The Perfect Father by John Glatt. That was the one about the Chris and Shannon Watts case and their two beautiful children. I did give that a 4 because whereas I can't say as I enjoyed it, I learned quite a lot that I never knew about that story as well. But I didn't want to go on here and review it deeply because that's just something that when a true crime case involves children, it's just something that I'm not comfortable reviewing, such like that, or going deep into detail, as the main point of the case was about Shannon Watts and their two precious little girls. So that's why I didn't go in that. But if you do want to read it, it's by John Glatt. I've got the hard copy because I think that the audiobook wasn't available in the UK at the time, so I've got the hard copy of that. The next actually series of books I read, one I had already read while I was in hospital for my gallbladder, which is the Rhiannon and Frater As the World Dies series. That was actually recommended on a Peter Mon blog, book blog, ages ago. But to be honest, I shouldn't read it during an apocalypse, but I totally did. Well, not an apocalypse, a pandemic, but I totally did. But it's basically zombie books. There's a zombie apocalypse and people are just trying to survive. It's based in Texas. I don't want to give you more than that because it is just a great series if you like zombie books. But it's not just zombies, it's got that sort of humanity. It's more about the people in the books rather than about the zombies. So the zombies do play a part in it, but it's more about how people react and act and how people deal with what's going on in their lives and being a part of a community that has been decimated by this sort of plague of zombies. But if you don't want to read it right now while the pandemic's going, I would say just put it on your reading list, get it on your Goodreads, and do that later. The next books that I read, I can't remember, 2 seconds, let me think. Was it Oh, yeah. Actually, it was the Sinatra Club, because that's all I read. By Polisi. That's the book club book for October. 3.5 for those. Oh, the Rhiannon Fraters, I give a 5 all day long on those ones, because I really enjoyed it. The Polisi one is about the Italian Mafia in New York. I gave it a 3.5. I don't like him. I don't like his attitude. I don't really necessarily like the story. I don't think the New York mobster scene in the 70s, the late 60s and 70s is like what I like to read about with true crime and like mobster stuff. I think I'm more like a 40s type of girl when it comes to that, like your Al Capones and stuff like that. So stuff like that I find interesting. Going in and just basically wreaking havoc on New York, I found a bit like, I don't know, it just didn't sit well with me, especially his attitude towards women. His attitude towards women was absolutely disgusting. No one should act like that. Sorry, I'm slowing down. Nobody should act like that towards women at all. Basically, they're there to be used, is what he's basically saying. I don't know if he still feels that way. However, I believe that the way he speaks, it talks about like that, and him missing out on his children and all this stuff. But if you do want to read it, it is by someone who has been in the mafia. Please do remember that it is recent, and this is not something that is past as well. I don't know like what happened to the mafia. I think they just basically imploded in the late 80s and 90s. There's probably bouts of it still going on and things like that. There's bouts of everything still going on, so that's probably what's going on there. What's going on. Okay, so I read, what was that, 5 books in October, but I was also reading my dissertation stuff on Queen Margaret, Saint Coldingham, saints cults, female saints cults particularly, and I've been writing up my dissertation proposal, which I hope to get done soon. And I've also been reading about, what was I reading about? One class I won't tell you about because I don't really think that's appropriate for children or younger people. If you ever have a younger person watch this, I doubt it because I'm a middle-aged woman. I was reading about, let's see, in Scottish culture, the Scottish kings, James, not really James so much as like up to James, and like people that wrote for him and the writings about Scottish culture, things like that. So that's what I've been reading. I probably should have wrote it down because I can't remember to save my life right now, and I should really remember. There's a lot of like poetry and things like that. That's like, it's like your standard chivalric readings of books, sort of like think about chivalry, think about like the Crusades, things like that. But those sort of qualities in a person in Scotland to boost their credibility, that sort of thing. I might do a history bit on that one of these days. Oh, that's lovely over there. There's a river over on that side. I can't flip the camera. It's my phone. So that might be something that I work on, which I probably will, but I haven't had time to do that lately. The other things, current reads, besides schoolwork and things like that. Currently on Alan Partridge from the Oast House, which is I think it's an Audible original on the UK. If you don't know who Alan Partridge is, it's a character by a man named Steve Coogan. He's basically a bumbling older gentleman. He used to be young. He's on Norfolk radio, sort of thing. And this is basically, he's not on the radio right now, so he's broadcasting podcast from his house. That's the whole premise of it. So I'm listening to that. I'm reading the Thursday Murder Club. Now, if Petermont ever does watch this, that is a cozy mystery. It's about this group of people who live in this old folks' home, and they solve crimes. I've not got too much into it, but so far it's quite cute because one of the old ladies, there's something about her. She knows people. She got connections, this one, and it's really, really interesting. And I'm getting into it. So basically what comes off is like the contractor that works with the guy who owns the older folks retirement home. He is basically murdered, hit in the back of the head, and it looks like there's some sort of goings on that they need to solve. And these people, these older folks, they've always gone in, and on Thursdays they talk about old cases and things like that, because one of the ones who's in she's like in a sort of let's say what do you call it, it's a convalescence once you get too old, or something happens to you. And she brought these people together to look at her old cases and see if they could solve unsolved mysteries and stuff like that. But now they're all doing it for real, as the murder has happened to someone that they know. I highly recommend this book. I've just started it, and it's already like a 5-star because I'm just really enjoying it. I picked it up the other day for the reason that obviously what's going on, the election, and I just felt like I needed a cozy mystery to clear my head and just be there, basically, so that I could like get my mind off of things, because it's so hard to concentrate on when you're working on actually historical political stuff, which most history has to do with politics. It's hard to concentrate on that when you have all this turmoil that's going on in your home country. So cozy mystery read, recommend Thursday Murder Club, Richard Osman, Osman, Osman. I don't know if it's coming out in America. It looks like it's going to be a series because it's numbered as number 1. So we might get to see the characters again and get them more developed and things like that. But I'll talk about it more when I actually finish it. Other book I'm reading is Why I'm Not Talking to White People About Race, which I can't remember the name of the lady who wrote it. Hold the steering. What are you talking about? I am holding the steering wheel. So I can't remember the name who wrote it. Let me just check 2 seconds. I have it written down. It's Eddo-Lodge. So this book is nonfiction, and it basically is based on a blog that she did back in, I think, mid-2000s, 2014 or something like that, just maybe 2018. But it's based on her blog that she wrote about that. What she actually puts in the beginning is that she is now constantly talking about white people, about race, but it's actually a good book to give you a basis in history. I've read the first bit, which is the history of race relations in the UK. Now, it goes back as far, I believe, as World War One, maybe? No. I think World War One for the immigration. However, she does talk about how, like, slave ships were sent from Liverpool to the colonies and things like that, and how I think slavery was abolished in the UK in 1833, and what happened is they didn't pay reparations to the slaves. They gave compensation to their owners, which is absolutely atrocious. But I had to sit that book down again because of the political nature of it. But I will be going back to that book and finish reading it fairly shortly. This is the first time I've had 3 books on the go in a while, so hopefully I'll get to it. But when I get home today, I think I've got to do some homework and do some emailing and some scanning and things like that. So yeah, because I have missed out on a lot of work, and I'm just going to have to make it up over the weekend, which is not going to be good. However, my son is putting up Christmas decorations because the imminent theory of lockdown may be occurring, so Christmas decorations are going up fairly shortly. Now, I don't know if I'll finish any books next week. I may put up another video because I have a couple of things that I finished in regards to my crafts, and I've got a couple of new things that I want to show you guys, which I filmed the first part, but I need to film the second part, which would be good. So I am about to get up to a change where I need to turn in the road. So I might just say goodbye for this time, and I hope you enjoyed this traveling along with me. Thanks to Peter Mom for the idea. I've been watching your vlogs for many years now, and I have enjoyed every single one, and this is hopefully something decent and you'll get some good reads out of it. And I will talk to you later, guys, as you see the rolling hills of Scotland in the background. This is an awful angle for me, by the way. I blame this on my mother. Nobody in my family has a chin. Bless her. She's like, everybody, doesn't matter how much you weigh. My grandmother was 96 pounds. No chin. Anyway, I'll see you guys later, and I hope y'all are having a great day. Continue to stay safe because we know this thing isn't over yet, and I love you guys, and just be you. That's all I can say is be you. Bye.